500 yards sucked, all right, and about the first half we really felt good about where we were at, and pretty consistent, and had things pretty well contained. In the second half, it was tough to get into a rhythm, couldn't help the guys. I did a bad job in the second half, and then those last couple of drives there, we got a 3 and out, and had an incredibly gutsy performance in the last drive there. And Marcus Edmonds makes a great play there on the little zone blitz. So real proud of our guys. I mean, they played their hearts out, and they fought for that win. They really deserved to win, and I'm thankful for that because I just didn't feel like I helped them enough in that second half.
Feeling deja vu in 4th and goal, Louisville.
I thought more about the Notre Dame. Trying to think about.
It's 3 straight years for the goal line stand.
Jeez, that's incredible. Yeah, you coach another 30 years and may not have that happen again. You have it 3 years in a row. It's pretty unbelievable. It speaks a lot to the type of guys that we have and the belief that they have. Never say die attitude, because I'm not going to. They had us on the ropes. They had us on the ropes. And thankfully we found a way to get it done. We kind of finally complimented one another for the first time in the second half on these last 2 drives.
As far as offense?
Yeah, as far as offense, defense. In the first half, I thought we were. I don't know what was going on, good or bad on offense in the first half. I really thought we got in a really good rhythm in the first half for the most part, and had things under control. They're a good team and super well coached, and got a lot of fight to them as well, and some dynamic players. And, like I said, they had us on the ropes there, but the guys bounced back and got a little smell and salt there. I think that first 3 and out there, late 4th quarter, was a good boost, and again, obviously getting the 4th and extra long at the goal line there was big.
Especially in the second half when you guys have already logged a lot of plays, and whether it be a quick touchdown like Clemson or a quick turnover like Clemson, did you feel the defensive guys were gassed?
Yeah, we were on fumes. I sure did, and we were on fumes. That's, for lack of a better word. And so you'd like to play more guys, but the situation maybe didn't present itself.
You mentioned being exhausted. How were you guys
didn't do a very good job of coaching the second half there, but our guys overcame their lack of coaching.
Brent, you guys, they scored points, they gave us game line yards, but you guys didn't give up the explosive plays that they have been used to getting.
Yeah.
How important was that to
Well, it was good. Again, we had some kind of some stinky tackling there, but he's a strong man. He's so strong and explosive. I do think that was a big part of it too, where quote unquote we made him earn it, so to speak. I hated every minute of it myself. It was agonizing, but I do think that for the most part we contained him that way, and that wasn't the plan per se. Don't bend but don't break, but we made enough stops and held them to some field goals and got off the field on downs and had the 3 and out late, and then that heck of a play there again. On 4th down to win it. So I think it all, that was a big part of, at least when we weren't playing very well, at least, they didn't just, shut the door on us in that second half, which they could have.
Right.
There were some pre-snap penalties that helped you out too. That
Well, it happens both ways. You count them up for the game. So I don't ever look. With that's part of playing in Death Valley, and the bookies got that one wrong. Death Valley will do that to a lot of teams.
Have you faced 99 plays before? Do you know what the high is?
It's probably been a while, and they all stunk. We just, like I said, we couldn't get into a rhythm. Turnovers, we were right back on the field and did not complement each other well. In the second half until very late. When it counted, we did. And that's a mark of a good team and, high character and tough guys. And if we're something, we're tough.
Was the Morris performance?
Yeah, you got it.
What you see with him, is that about not that kind of yards, but
he's a great player, runs through trash, so strong, can get vertical. You saw we had a lot of opportunities to make some plays on their side of the line scrimmage, and he wiggled out of them. Probably could have, again, you know, it's easy to say, but we had an opportunity to probably have 3 or 4 more sacks, and he's just a very dynamic player, you know, very good player, and with good players around him. And but yeah, I mean, you still think, you know, as opposed to saying, well, he's a fraud. He couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, he's the real deal.
Dabo says he's the guy you hold your breath every time you catch. How much were you holding your breath?
Yeah, I was pretty dizzy holding my breath. I held it a lot. I needed oxygen. No, yeah, he's pretty scary, pretty frightening.
I'm sure you've been asked, but the Edmonds tackle, can you talk about, first of all, him, that kid?
Slow motion.
Yeah.
We talked about that's the bamboo. You just keep watering that bamboo, and sure enough, if you just keep watering it, it'll be ready. And whatever, he's a 4th-year player. And, I don't know about y'all, but I know the blitz and that 2 to the flat is there, and it was there too long. But he does a good job of having zone eyes and coming up. And I was like everybody else, is he going to make that play? And thankfully he did, and won the game for us.
What was it like when you knew that was definitely a yard short and y'all had won the game?
I can't help myself. I just think about how I almost screwed him up, you know, in the second half, you know. But amazed with our guys' willingness to never give up. You know, it's pretty humbling to watch that.
Do you and Bobby like get together and say you're going to script this, or who
Yeah.
who wins last? Because you got to go up against each other.
Yeah, he does a great job, obviously, with what they do, putting his players in position to win, and they had their chances, you know, and so.
What was the key with them scoring five times to start the second half? What was the key to those final 2 series, getting back in a groove and doing what you need to do to stop them?
You know, sometimes you just kind of, you know, seize the momentum, and backs were against the wall, and they answered the bell, you know, and played more like we did in that first half. But I don't know, I think it's attitude and belief, you know, as much as it is anything. And sometimes you gotta be a little lucky too. Whatever, you don't ever make apologies, you know, for winning or being successful. So, you know, we're not chopped liver, you know. So I think that's the key too. We still got good players and talented, and again, they're tough.
What do you think is the key to being able to thrive in those situations, like this team seemed to be able to do when the game's on the line?
Well, when you do it, I think it just validates, you know, being in that position. And again, what we ask of them, just as far as believing, never give up, and you know, fighting through adversity, all of it. You know, and the more you've been there, the easier it is to use that as a resource, and not panic, and be confident in what you're doing, and finding a way to get it done, you know, not making any excuses for failure.
Just talk about Artavis' kick return late in the game.
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah, we popped that one when it counted. We've been working hard. I don't work on that unit, but watching, you know, we've been due for that, and what a huge play in the game, and so many huge plays were some individual plays, and again we're starting to complement each other right there when it counted the most, when we needed to, when the game was on the line, and that was obviously it's a game-changing kind of play.
Everybody good?
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Coach, man.